Why don't we kick off with what a lot of us are talking about? Prime Minister Mark Carney's face-to-face with U.S. President Donald Trump. Did y'all see? Yeah. Did y'all see? Well, Carney did make it clear we are not interested in being the 51st state. Take a look.
There are some places that are never for sale. Having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together.
Well, the tone between the two leaders seemed friendly. It was clear, however, no agreement on trade or tariffs, at least as of yesterday. So we want to talk about takeaways, our thoughts regarding that big meeting yesterday. Sophie, I know you live in the UK, but your take, this is an international story.
It really is. And I think Trump seems to see every interaction as like an expression of dominance and power for him. And I think Carney handled it so well because he was not antagonistic, but he was very resolute. Like, he was very firm. He drew boundaries. And I think Trump really seemed to respect that. And I'm from England, obviously. Mark Carney was our governor of the Bank of England over there. And it seems like maybe Trump respected that because he was like, this is a man who knows about money, which is the one thing that obviously Trump identifies.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because he was the he was the governor of the Bank of England through Brexit, which economically was a big tumultuous time for your country.
Yeah.
Do you think he handled it well, or what is your takeaway with some distance now?
He absolutely did, and he is very well respected in England. And I actually heard on a podcast a while ago that he had a big female fan base. While he was the governor of the Bank of England, apparently he had this like group of women who were big fans during his his tenure.
Groupies, did he?
Well, I don't want to put it in quite that term, but he definitely had fans. Yeah,
I get it. He's a good-looking man. He knows how to handle his money. I'm in. I get it. Actually, you know what? When I watched the entire thing, the overwhelming feeling I had was I'm very happy with the choice that we made last week to make Mark Carney our prime minister. He made me feel confident and relaxed, and I feel like he just won the election, and this first very public meeting was kind of like a baptism by fire. It's like, now you sit down with Donald Trump. And I think he handled it really well to your point.
Because we've already seen where it could have gone. Like, everyone watched Zelensky, right? He could have been Zelensky, and he wasn't Zelensky.
And oh my God, you turned it into a verb now.
Well, he was Zelensky. Yeah, no, but I think we were all nervous about that. But I felt like I was also watching a first date. Now, follow me. It was less about what was said and more about the energy in the room. Because can you imagine, you're sitting in that room, you know what happened to Zelensky. Trump's saying all kinds of incorrect things and the eyebrows are going all over the place. J.D. Vance is sitting across from you, giving you the death stare. There's a wall of Trump-approved media who are all clicking and asking you random questions, and then there's Rubio. I feel like Rubio just looked like he was happy to be in the room with a real politician. He just looked so happy. And Mark Carney proved that, you know what, he demonstrated you can be collaborative without being weak. And he left his ego at the door, but was very strategic in tickling Donald Trump's ego, just so that he could slip in some facts. And I was like, it was a master class on how you deal with a petulant child.
Yes, exactly. I agree with all of you. Yeah. I think a lot of us are feeling the same way. I was relieved. I think the first feeling was, oh, thank God, right? Because I was very worried for our boy Carney. I really was. And the reason why, though, after it was done, and I did feel relief and I was happy for us, then the reality sets in, which is there's the performance and the theater of politics, and then there's the actual business of getting deals done and governing as leaders. And I think that what we saw yesterday, or even what we saw with Zelensky, it doesn't actually reflect what could happen next. You can have a disastrous ambush like the Ukrainian president had, that we know what happened, right? Just ambushed from all sides. It was a disaster. You just turned it into a verb to get Zelensky. And yet, what has happened not a month later? Ukraine has this amazing minerals deal with the United States of America. And in fact, a lot of people are saying Zelensky was brilliant. He took that, he survived, but he's got a good deal. And then fast forward to your UK Prime Minister, the new guy, Keir Starmer, and he went in, was super deferential, was almost bending the knee a little bit, was very kind and very open to Trump. I have a letter. I'm sorry for the accent. I've got a letter from the King, and he would like to invite you for an official state visit at Buckingham Palace.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
And what happened? Starmer, who I'm sure is looking for a relief from tariffs, has gotten zero change since his lovely meeting with Trump. Yeah. So what happens is the performance doesn't mean diddly squat for the actual deal you're going to get. So as a Canadian, I'm watching. Does this friendliness actually translate into lifting tariffs and getting a good trade deal? Nobody knows. You know why? Because Trump doesn't know. Because he doesn't know. Right?
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.